here just to kind of demonstrate the power of the P2P tunnels for you. So I have a quick setup here of 15 redstone furnaces with inputs and outputs taking up a channel here, so we can see the input on the top. Similarly, the inputs on the top here as well. And on the back, you're going to see more channels here that are going to be used up here. So the reason it's 15, not 16, is I have trash can, so they actually have the potential to do something here. So basically it's taken up a total of 32 channels. So at this, say this was super far away from your base and you just needed more channels. If you were not to use the P2P tunnels, you'd end up having to come over here and make another one here, keep them from connecting, which that's what these cable anchors are for, and just run these over however far away from your base, and that's just inefficient. So let me go ahead and go over the power of P2Ps here. So if I want to say have a crafting terminal right here, we're going to see that, hey, it's missing a channel, and the even if it has it right here, you're going to find that some other things here are going to be missing a channel. It's just not going to be the best way to do it here because we are we're already maxed out. So let me go ahead and show you how to actually use the P2P. So I have one set up here. Let me go ahead and remove some of these. So remember, as I was saying here, you want to have the primary channel, which I have as orange. You can kind of think it as, this is going to be your, actually I probably should have put this in blue because of the input, but either way, that aside here, this is going to be the one that the orange cable is going to be the one that's going to be heading over to your other bases and things like that. So right here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you with the blue channel how to use this. So you can do something like that. So you have that white side that I was talking about as the input and output. Put that back over there. Now, it's important to not let these two connect, or another one here, you want to have this one as its own little separate little thing, so they don't get like a little canoodling going on. So I'm going to put this on here instead. And don't worry about this just yet. We're going to be out of channels, but don't worry because it's unlinked. Then I'm going to come over, say, right here. But I'm going to do something like this. And I'm going to use a regular smart cable right there to demonstrate that. I actually kind of want to change around these colors a little bit here. Give me one moment. So again, the white side is going to be the side that is facing the output as well as the input, which we're going to see come back here in a second. So the same color will make them come together here. And then I'm going to use this channel here, this orange, with this. Again, the white side is going to be the input and the output on both sides. Okay, sorry, I had to cut the video there. I had to do some changes here. So it was running out of power, and I also had to kind of do some reconnecting. So I actually, this time, I had to do the shift right click here and then regular right click here. I don't know if that actually matters, but it seemed to fix the flashing issue that I was having. Either way, we can see now on this channel, not the blue channel like we were seeing it before, going directly into the controller here, you can see that there's actually the 32 channels on this side instead, because these two are linked, and this one's being fed in 32 channels and being fed out 32 channels. But you're going to see here, it's actually 2 channels. The last mod pack I played in, I think that this only showed up as 1, so when I said 32 times 32, it looks like it's going to be 32 times 16, which is still pretty substantial. That's like 512. So let's go ahead and add just a little bit more onto this here so we can show the power of this a little bit further. I'm going to expand upon this. And again, this is going to be the blue cable is one that's going through your base. And I'm going to create just a little network here with I missed it over here. Let's grab this. So I'm just going to have a bunch of these. I know it's not a realistic scenario, but I think it'll get the point across. And again, we want the P2P channel with the white part facing outward as the output. And then we're going to get one of these blue channels, blue cables. And again, we're going to go ahead and come over here I'm going to use this side. Get another P2P. So this is going to be our second P2P channel going through. So we're going to need to link this one separately. We're going to get the blue cable, and we're going to get our memory card. Clear it. So I'm going to shift right click here. Right click there. And you're going to see 6 channels, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 being fed in here. 6 channels being fed out here into this side, and again only 4 channels being sent through the main line. So that effectively means that you can have little networks being connected to one line all over the place throughout your base, really through only one cable. So even though we technically have the 32 here plus the 6 over there going through into our controller, they're going through their P2P counterparts. So they're coming into different sides. So you can treat it almost like you're sending multiple of these dentist cables throughout your base, except with a lot more efficient use of your space. So hopefully that helped. So just to kind of recap, we have the controller where we have the main line that goes through. The only channels that are going to be used are going to be the P2P sides on both sides, looks like on this mod pack. So we're going to have per P2P network, we're going to have 2 channels on your main, your primary line, followed by however many that you're going to be going into on your secondary channels and systems like that. So hopefully that helped. Let me know if it didn't, and I will you'll see what I can do.